Hey, what's up guys? T-Dawg here, but different. Today, we're talking about the internet. Not today's internet, where it's a love-hate relationship. The internet of this day and age is a somewhat toxic relationship, where it kinda sucks, but we tolerate it for the convenience that it provides. I'm talking about the olden days, back during the Stone Age. When you started a download before bed, then maybe by lunchtime the next day, it might be done. No guarantees.
And to walk in the snow, both ways and back up hills.
That kind of thing. Back then, the internet was a wasteland of the wackiest content available. Is wasteland a good word? Because that would mean it's like barren. It was the Wild West. Aha! Back then, the internet was the Wild West of the wackiest content available. And as a second generation, terminally online kid, boy, did I explore. I wanted to share what the internet was like for me back in the day. And maybe it'll unlock a memory for you or something. Who knows? I don't know. From cats to goatsy to gore to malware, sit down, relax, grab a drink, snack, or smoke, and let's discuss the 2000s internet. Oh, this is getting hot. So, starting off, let's travel back in time. The year is 2000, during a recession. You like this gameplay? Looking back at it feels pretty fitting. Growing up poor, I had to be creative to have fun, since I didn't have access to all the toys, gadgets, and gizmos. The only thing I personally owned back in the day was like a Nintendo DS and a Game Boy Advance that sometimes worked, but there's no guarantee. One thing that was always in my house, regardless of the time, regardless of the year, regardless of the day, was the home PC. Oh yeah, baby, check it out. I know this thing's hot. Ooh, look at that speed. Windows 7. What? Actually, back then it was more like Windows Vista. What? I know it's pretty hot, but lock in. Lock in. Still got a story to tell. Lock in. You better lock in, Jaden. Since it's been so long, I can't recall everything. But one website I do remember a lot was YTMD, or you'retheman.com. How I found it? I'm not really sure. But I remember finding all these weird websites people would make, from like dating advice to ROM hacks for games to random memes back in the day. That's how memes were spread, by like websites and stuff, and links to whatever online drama was going on. I think people would talk about Britney Spears and like Paris Hilton and stuff like that. And I think this is like right before the Kardashians or whatever, or during the time. I don't remember. But one thing I do know about it is that the concept of making things online and having people look at it is such a cool concept to me. I mean, it's kind of why I'm doing this, right? But I mean, yeah, for real. Now, I never did make my own website or anything because even back then my parents taught me about online safety, and so obviously I never did anything. But I do remember on the back of my papers in school, I used to like draw my own fake websites. I almost just doxed myself. T-Dawg1.com. While I can only remember small fragments of the website, one channel you should check out, which you probably already know, he's a huge channel who covers things like YTMD, is YouTuber Justin Way. I mean, you probably know him, obviously. I mean, huge channel, huge videos, where he's done an amazing job cataloging all these weird stories online. I primarily enjoyed the Pokemon and video game boards and websites because those were the things that because those were the things I am interested in. Jesus Christ. People theorizing about future Pokemon games, pages following art trends and memes about Obama, random blogs, you name it. YTMD had it. Oh yeah. The site, or series of sites, are some of the earliest memories that I have, and I hold it very fondly in my heart.
You know what else I hold dear to heart? Video games.
No. My bad. Let's walk down memory lane, shall we? You're in elementary school, and your teacher decides to give you some computer time. This is back in the day before we had like Chromebooks or anything, or laptops. And so there were just like 3 or 4 computers in the back of the room that were big, clunky, from the 90s, that were old, but groups of like 3 or 4 students were allowed to sit back there at a time, and so you could do whatever the teacher wanted you to do. Usually it was like, oh my god, like there was one with like a frog on it. There was this one like 3D like dungeon crawler game. It was like a first person, you were like a green guy in a dungeon, and you had to fight enemies like trolls with math questions. You know what I'm talking about? Hopefully if I can figure it out, if I can find it, it's on the screen. But that was one game that they always had to play back in the day. Then there was another game where you had to defend like a town against like evil letters, and so you had to like type in the words that the letters started with. I think that eventually those letters would come into your party, so then you could use that letter for whatever. It was like a quest stealing game. I don't know. I am off topic. I apologize. But yeah, that's what we were supposed to do. But in reality, the school's IT team did not care in the slightest. As soon as the teacher left the room, you just opened up a new tab, typed in online games or coolgames.com or whatever, cool math book, free games, free flash games, and you would have hundreds of results of the same copy and paste websites that would give you like the same like 1,000 games, but it felt like a huge amount back in the day. And compared to something like now with like Game Pass or whatever, and the price hikes, it definitely was a better deal at the end of the day. Now, I'm sure someone somewhere was benefiting off the data they were mining off of me, but bro, I did not care. Your boy was gaming. I'm talking about Pop Tropica, Cool Mass games, the various different Papa games, Flash games, Happy Wheels, you name it, I was playing it, bro. I promise you. If you ever want me to make a video about online games in the 2000s, let me know, and I happily will. Oh my god, I got a cat cameo? I played a truly ludicrous amount of games, and I'm sure you or your sibling have too. You know, it was a constant funnel of fun and entertainment, almost like a tube, and some might argue the internet itself is like a series of
The internet is not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes.
But before we get to that, this video is sponsored by me, because these take a long time to make, and I would appreciate any kind of support. So yeah, if you like my videos, share them, like them, hit that subscribe button, and you know, back to the video. Yeah, I know, I played that one clip that everyone has seen, fight me. Back in the day, the internet wasn't centralized to the big websites and social media platforms and everything. I'm talking your Snaps, your Instagrams, no, Facebook was around. No Twitters, no Blueskys, nothing. You name it, we did not have it. You had like Reddit, 2chan, 4chan, and then I believe MySpace. But truthfully, I never actually went on MySpace. I didn't know anything about MySpace until it was already out the door. So I don't know. I do remember like Justin Timberlake buying it like 10 years ago, but that's really it. With that being said, the main way to navigate the internet for a kid like me was through websites that had links to other websites, or just word of mouth stuff, or ads you would see on the side of a browser kind of thing. But yeah, you clicked on a link, which brought you to a website, which had other links on it. Then you click that link, then eventually you'd keep going down this like link highway until eventually you find a website you actually want to remember. I don't really remember if you could save pages like that, like if you could bookmark pages. So I used to just write down these URLs on a piece of paper on my notebook. Sometimes you'd click on a link that would lead you to recipes. A lot of the time they were just blogs people would have, because those were really popular back in the day. Again, really no social media. Blogs were like the way to express yourself back then. Other times you'd see weird art projects or people selling items, sometimes legal, sometimes illegal. It wasn't like super common though to see stuff that was illegal. It was very, 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 very rare for me back then. Literally everything was available. And I mean, everything. Yeah, back then you were just as likely to see a cat video as you were some kind of terrorist propaganda video or something. Because back then, that was kind of like the thing going on. Or you saw a live leak thing, or r/people die or something. It just happened. It was almost like a Jekyll and Hyde thing, where you'd see some of the coolest things ever, but also some of the worst things ever as well. It was very, very wild, very randomized, very chaotic. But hey, for little young me, I was a fan apparently. I don't know. Did it do something to probably mine and other young people's brains over the years? I don't know, maybe. Maybe it did something to me. It negatively impacted my mental health or whatever, but I don't care. I'm chilling. Okay, this kind of got a little dark. Let's talk about the two websites that I really liked a lot as well, besides YTMD. These two websites influenced me in a way probably no other, and those would be... Come on, man. You already know what I'm gonna say. No big surprise here. YouTube and Newgrounds changed the online creative space forever. For everybody. People having the ability to congregate on these websites and being able to post videos and images and forum posts about the things that they like and being able to spread their opinion about things that they're passionate about was a really cool thing to me. And it still is today. In fact, I love these websites so much. I've used them so many times that I'll probably still be using them on my deathbed. My childhood online developed and helped me grow into the person I am, for better or for worse. It was almost like having like a third parent in the household for me, in a sense. Not like the parasocial way, but just like I always had something to occupy my time or whatever, that kind of thing. You know, kind of demands your attention, kind of like a parent does. Parent-child relationship. You know what I'm saying? Not to get like kind of weird, but if YouTube were to shut down forever, I don't know what I would do, gang. I've just used YouTube so much throughout like 98% of my life. I don't know. Newgrounds, not so much. I kind of just lurk on there now. I'm not as on there as I used to be back in the day. Same thing with DeviantArt as well. I didn't make a section about it because even though I was like a big DeviantArt kid, I never really like was tapped into like the culture or anything or like discussions. I never talked to anybody. I think I had one conversation with Creeps McPasta, I think, back in the day, back in like 2015. Maybe I can find that, but yeah, that's really it. This video is just kind of like an excuse for me to be weird and talk about the things that I like and kind of explain a little bit about maybe why I am the way I am today. Get things that have influenced me on a kind of small scale. But maybe if you're interested in my life more, about the things that were based and cool in the 2000s, you let me know. I've had a long digital footprint. But to wrap it up, the internet is something that I both love and hate. It's been with me my entire life pretty much. Yeah, I say I hate it, but I'm doing this whole YouTube thing. But I also just like doing this as well because it's a cool hobby. But for real though, I appreciate everyone for watching this. If you're watching this, it was a kind of a rough 2024. We're almost in this. Well, see, that's where I'm stuck at. It's been a rough 2025, and 2026 is around the corner in a few months, and so hopefully it's a lot better. I still hope to hit maybe 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Who knows, maybe. But yeah, I had to move past the Monster Hunter content. It was really booming for a month or two, but after the game released, no one really was watching anymore. And I was putting in a lot of effort, really for nothing in return, to be honest with you. Because, you know, this isn't my job. I have a full-time job, and then I do this as well. And so, I knew I had to come back with something. And so, this is what this is. I'm covering things that I like outside of Monster Hunter, internet, music, life, whatever. And yeah, appreciate you guys for being patient. If you're new, thank you for checking out this video. If you want to hear more from me, maybe hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you want me to talk about in the future, and I will. But yeah, I got a lot of videos down the pipeline. I made this cool little montage I want you to see at the end. If you stick around, I appreciate it. And then, yeah, I will catch you next time.
Hey, I'm trying not to out Xena. My neck wrist gleamer. I ain't fucking with you, peon. I was in the juvie and Leon. The little bitch freaky. Want me to jack my dick and peon. Jack my dick and peon. Jack my dick and peon.
We out here at Yes, sir. About to hit big tonight. You're gonna get lit. How much you making? How much you making? Oh, walking in with the 100. We leaving with 500.
Ants in the pants, shouted itching in her behind. Yeah, nigga leather printed feline. Yeah, nigga leather printed feline. I'm trying not to out Xena, the coupe color neon, the chain can't retard. Me and the snipers, them in V-Line. 50 with the felines, they hating and I see why. Yeah, ain't no talking yet, I just pull my meat out. Brand new Bugatti.
Alright, my friend. Post-game interview. How are you feeling? Down. Lost 200. Yeah, we'll be up next time. Me, I got a whole $10. Whole $10. But first time gambling, I can take $10. That's fine.
Well, I was asking her, like, about, like, you know, like, how she got here and stuff. She starts talking about, like, Mexico. I'm like, hold on. Are you here legally? She's like,
No way.
I'm like,
Oh, shit.
dang! Bro, I haven't had anything that bad, bro. Dang!
I can't fucking breathe. Shit. Oh my. Oh. Dude, I just gave myself a.
I couldn't get any worse. Nigga flipped over the bridge.
Just gave myself a headache. Oh shit.
Can't wait to peel off. We gotta go to so far. I'm screaming out to Kia.
Hey, I'm trying not to out Xena. My neck wrist gleamer. I ain't fucking with you, peon.